So, okay, so I think that's enough for the hard drive. I mean, if you have more money, you should, I would suggest you get this. But if you have less money, don't get it. You could get like $50 for 1 TB with the regular hard drive. So, and now Autodesk Maya Help Menu, that's the most friendly use. Also, you can go to Autodesk Maya YouTube channel, and I'm gonna put that link later. Name convention. So I like you to put your first name. Now, I don't know if our member has the same first name. If you have same first name, you most likely will have to add your last name on it. Okay, so, and now, oh, this is wrong. I forgot to, one moment. And you're required to render not 720 anymore. That's too small. Not too small. It's just 1080, which is I think is 2019 is a 1080, and I think if I am right, 9020. Oops, 9020 pixel. If I'm wrong, I'll check that. I'll change that later. But if you just choose HD 1080, that should be. You don't need to worry about the regular pixel. It could be a little more. If it's not matched, okay. As long as you use HD 1080, okay. And now you will export as a H264. And you will have to, I will show you how to compose them in Adobe Premiere. Because each project, what you need to do is you show final animation of your rig. Really basic animation. We don't focus on animation. I'm going to show you how to animate too. But basic animation to show the functionality of your rig. So we call the demo. So your demo consisting with two parts. The first part is the animation showing off how your rig work on the animation, not how you animate it. It's just final. And then the second part of your demo will be showing the functionality. So basically you do screen capture on Maya software using Maya hardware, and then you're going to compositing in Adobe Premiere. So basically you have to give a description of the name of this is auto rotate and so on, and fold and things like that. Okay, so and we will talk more when we get to the detail on the project. And now add-on model and modification is extra point, and it's up to 3 points. So I just want to give you some kind of reward. I really encourage you to do that, but I'm not going to take point off if you don't modify anything. Okay. So the project 1, 2, and 3. NASA origami inspiration, inspire, and curiosity rover, and then bipedal collector. And now throughout the semester, each week you will have a in-class exercise assignment to submit. So most of the time, the in-class exercise that you're going to submit is related to the project on each period. So, and you will find out that some of the in-class exercises are actually applied directly to your project 1 or 2 or 3. So if you follow the instruction, if you finish your in-class exercise and submit on the Monday of the following week, you'll be fine on your grade, and then you will be able to finish your project on time. So, and this is attendance is important. So 10% in-class exercise, also 10%. Project 1 will be 20, and then 25 on project 2. Project 3 will be 35. And now this is a standardized grading scale from ETSU. I just copy and paste. And 3-grade category, it's just a little add-on detail. You can read on that. And now the other things that you need to concern is the critique day. You cannot miss this unless you are really sick or has an emergency. You need to contact me first. Now, the reason is because during the critiques, you will get a feedback directly from me, and so that you can improve your project. Now, there might be a time that some of us may not be able to finish on time, but if you miss it, I will not let you submit it later. So even though my criteria is no exception on late homework, but I'm kind of easy, so if you have a good reason, I'll work with you. And so once again, even if you don't finish work, you still need to submit something. And but your grade will be taking some point off for late assignment. Okay, it's better than not showing up. If you not showing up, you can't submit it. I will not let you submit it. Okay, unless, like I said, urgency, or you are really sick, and so on. Attendance, like I said, is really important, and you can read this in detail. The only thing that you need to concern is 6 absent, it's failed the course. 4 absent will be 1 letter grade drop. However, if you have a really reasonable of absent, talk to me first, and then I will work with you. So this is a little bit of criteria of what is the good reason. I mean, I shouldn't say a good reason, the reason that acceptable, because if you're sick, that is not a good reason. So, in academic misconduct, you can read this. It's basically just copy it from a ETSU policy. And accommodation. So now, like I said, if you have a health issue, we can work this out together, but you need to talk to me, and you need to talk to me about this so that I can do some accommodation with you. And health issue is not, we can work it out. So I mean, if you have mental issue, we have help on campus, and I will work with you. Don't worry, okay? Now, these are some important links from ETSU policy. If you kind of have a question on something, you can just click on this, and oh, I have another one. I thought I deleted that. And now the addendum to the syllabus, I just put it there. It's kind of a little guideline of how to behave in classroom and things like that. You can read all of this. I don't need to explain that. And, so now, before we go take a look at our project, do you guys have any questions regarding to syllabus so far? Anybody? You doing good out there? Okay, good. So now let's take a look at the project, and then we're going to do a little bit of hands-on today. Term project origami. So this model will be provided, and I really encourage you to modify them. And now I will talk about, like, when you modify, what to look for. Basically, when you modify the shape, it does not going to affect the way we rig, as long as you don't add a new stuff or changing some area that are, what should I say? Like for example, if you just grab this piece of model and reshaping it, it's not going to add any extra work on rigging at all because you just reshape them. It's just different look, but we can still rig the same function. Stuff like that. We will talk about that more in detail. So we're gonna create a basic rig on this, and these are just kind of repeating of what I already said from the syllabus. Now the name convention I already talking about it, like your first name. I mean, you can use your last name also, but I think first name might be easier to remember when we talk to each other during today here. And extension is like .mb, .obj, .mp4. That's the extension. And this is just a little describe of the criteria of what they require. So now on each demo will be about a minute or a little more than a minute. No more than a minute and a half or 2 minutes because those are too long. And I already talked about this kind of a rubric for this project, 10A. And now you will post your video on YouTube, and then you will embed or put the link on the discussion section when you submit it. That's all. And now these are examples. We will come back and look at this later. So right now I'm gonna just scrap through quick and see. This is another person that modify his, and I think there's another one that modify this guy too. So, and this is really good, but I mean, he's a modeler, so if you're not modeler, I would not expecting you to do anything super fancy like he does. So, and you can click on this later on too. So that's the first project. And the second project, we do more complex. So basically, the second project, this model will be given to you. So I built this for this class only, and these are just a preview of, you will create your own controller, and we use controller to drive the animation. And so the same criteria again about what to be expected to put on your demo reel. And this is some sample, some modification. I just show the modification. There are some really good work that did not modify the model. It doesn't mean that you have to modify them, but if you do, you get extra point. Okay, and I thought it's fun to do a little modification. And this one is no modification. Okay. So you will need to use Adobe to put the Premiere to put the description. So that's the second project. Now the third project is a little less. You will do a quick animation, so using bipedal, and there are some students add on more, like Tyler. He did really good job on the modeling. I'm not going to click on this yet because we want to save a little time. Wait until we get to the section that we work on this project. This will be the third 1/3 of the class. So 3 part, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now we're gonna start to talk about the introduction to hierarchy today. So I'm gonna stop this video and I'm gonna record another one. So this one will be introduction to